Hello to all teachers of the Narayana Group and wish you all a very happy Teachers Day. On this day, we thought we'd bring you a few tips and suggestions for some movements that you can incorporate in your daily routine, which go a long way in developing your physical fitness. Now, there's a lot of misconception about what fitness is. Right? Fitness at its core is not about muscles, it's not about weight loss. It is the ability to move freely and to have an injury-free life. Right? That is one of the main aspects of fitness, where you are injury-free, because that is the key to moving freely. Right? With that in mind, let me suggest a few things that you can incorporate in your daily routine, which will go a long way in making sure that you enjoy movement and that you do not get injured. Now, one of the first things that I would like to suggest is posture. Right? Now, a lot of us spend a lot of time sitting on chairs, sitting on sofas. Invariably, our posture is wrong, where we are bent forward, our back is hunched, right? So our back is hunched when we're looking. We don't even realize that this is happening, right? But it happens to all of us. We're looking down at our phones, at various devices. So one of the easiest things we can do when we are standing up or when we are sitting down on a chair is to make sure that our shoulders are back, our stomach is slightly protruded forward, and our back is straight, right? So by maintaining this posture, what we are actually doing is we are strengthening our core. Now, our core area consists of three main things. One is our abdominal muscles, the other is our lower back muscles, the third is our glute muscles. Now, if we strengthen this area, then our chances of injury are very low, because the strength of the core of our body is strong. Think of the core as the trunk of the tree. If the trunk of the tree is strong, then it's okay even if the branches are a little weak. The tree will survive, right? That is what our core is. So by maintaining this posture, by moving our shoulders back and having our spine straight and stomach slightly protruded forward, what we are doing is we are actually strengthening our core at all times of the day. We don't have to do specific exercises to do this. This is the easiest thing we can do, is just sit up straight. Every time you find yourself slouching forward or looking down, make sure you come back and you sit up straight and you maintain that posture. You will start finding that initially you will find that it's harder for you to do this. After a few minutes, your body will automatically start sagging because we have not worked on our core. But as you continue, you'll realize that you can keep this posture up for as long as you want over a period of time. You develop it and you don't have to do set out a specific time to strengthen it. This is doing it throughout the day for the 10, 15, 18 hours that you are awake. You can do this. So basically you're exercising for 18 hours and not really feeling tired. Now that is the posture, right? The second thing is breathing, right? So I'm sure a lot of you already do a lot of breathing exercises, pranayama, kapalbhati. Those are excellent exercises to do and continue doing that. But I want to talk about something you can incorporate all the time, namely that your regular breathing pattern. Okay, so if you're not already doing so, what I would recommend is that 1, breathe through your nose, and 2, breathe through your diaphragm. Okay, so which means when you breathe through your nose, do not breathe through your chest. Now, breathing through your chest is shallow. It does not provide enough air for your lungs. Okay, instead breathe through your stomach. So whenever you take a breath in, your stomach should protrude slightly forward and back. So you can check this by keeping one hand on your stomach lightly. So when you breathe in, your hand should move up slightly. When you breathe out, comes back in slightly. Now what this does is breathing through your diaphragm fills up your lungs with air, because the moment you breathe through your diaphragm, it instantly creates that vacuum and sucks in more air into your lungs, which consequently ensures that you have a lot more oxygen going to your muscles, and when you breathe out, you're expelling more carbon dioxide, right? So instantly, without doing any sort of workout, by just making that correction to your breathing, you are automatically ensuring good health of your muscles and ensuring oxygen reaches your muscles. And you're expelling more carbon dioxide out of your system. So this is again something that you can do all the time. This is not something you have to set some time aside for to do. And it improves your muscle health immensely just by doing this, right? Apart from this, what it also does is that it keeps you more relaxed. Breathing through your chest activates panic receptors at your throat, which means you're more anxious. Whereas breathing through your stomach, you're much more relaxed, much more mindful, and you can focus on your tasks better, right? Now, these are two things that you can do anywhere, anytime, but I would also like to suggest one more exercise for your strengthening your core and your stability of your core, namely the plank. Now, there are three variations that I will show you of the plank. You can pick any one depending on your comfort level. All of them are effective, but for those of you who want to strengthen it more and are into more rigorous physical activity, can choose the higher progression. The others can obviously do the easier version, but it's just as effective. So the first variation I'm going to show you is called a wall plank. So here you're going to place your palms against the wall in front of your shoulders. Move your legs back. Okay. Keep your heels on the ground. Keep your back straight and tighten up your abdominal muscles, your lower back and your glute muscles, and you just hold this position for 30 seconds or so every day for 30 seconds, right? So just hold in a comfortable position and hold it for 30 seconds. Once you're comfortable with 30 seconds, move on to a minute. Make sure when you're doing it, you're tightening up your muscles in your abdomen, tightening up your lower back muscles and your glute muscles. Now, very simple exercise, right? And 30 seconds against the wall before you start your work or whenever you're taking a break. And you keep doing that every day, you will feel that difference in your balance, in your core strength, in your stamina, in your endurance, all of these things. Everything is related to your core, right? Now, the second variation is to do it at a little lower level. So here, I would recommend using a chair or something of that sort. Just place it against the wall and same principle, palms below your shoulders on the chair, move your legs back and you're just going to hold this position for 30 seconds. 30 seconds to start with, and as you get comfortable, increase it to 45 seconds or a minute. Right? Again, tighten up your muscles in your core area. While you do it, you should feel that tension when you are doing the plank. Right? Now, that's the second variation. And the final variation to this is to actually do it on the ground, where you're again placing your palms on the ground below your shoulders. Your legs are together and back hip in one line and you look forward. Right? Do this for about 30 seconds. every day. 30 seconds a day, and as you feel comfortable, move up to 45 seconds or 1 minute. So for those of you who do not exercise regularly, I would recommend the wall plank. Those who do moderate exercises a little bit, you could do the chair plank. And those of you who do a lot of exercises, incorporate the actual ground plank into your workout. You will see a lot of benefit. Now that was about core strengthening and stability. Now the second aspect I'm going to talk about is mobility. Now mobility is extremely important. It is something that we lose as we age, right? And it is what leads to a lot of injuries. If we are not mobile, if we are stiff, then we tend to be more prone to injuries. Now, mobility exercises I would recommend are very simple ones. These are basic balancing exercises plus recommendations for your hip mobility, right? So the first one is very simple. These are called leg swings. So you can use the support of a wall. So you're gonna swing your leg forward and back without touching the ground, and you open up your hip, right? If you see, my hip is opening up when I am moving forward and back. All right, same thing, both legs. Again, 30 seconds on each leg, right? So there are, first is leg forward and back. Second one is like a pendulum. Again, you can do it with the support of a wall, no problem. But what you're focusing on is you are opening up your hip. And the last one is you bring your knee up to your waist level, open and in, open and in. Right? And then your other knee. Okay, once you're comfortable doing it with wall, you can try it without the wall. So you can swing your leg without using the wall, front and back. You can swing it sideways. And you could even do the knee up. Without using the wall. Now, but I wouldn't recommend that. You can use the wall. It's not a problem. The focus is the mobility of your hip rather than balance. Now, balance you will get as you strengthen your core. Automatically, you will find that you can have better balance in whatever you do. So, core stability is already working on your balance. Now, one more thing I'd like to recommend is a hip march to increase hip mobility, right? Here again, you're going to, you can hold the wall, bring your knee up and down, up and down, a little higher than your waist. You're just going to hold it, keep your back straight. Okay, both legs, up and down. Again, this is working on your hip flexors and it's great for your hip mobility, right? So that is mobility. So we did posture, which you can do anytime. We did breathing, which you can do anytime. You can do core stability, like I said, very simple, against the wall. You do a wall plank to start with, and then mobility exercise. Again, very simple. You can do it anytime. Whenever you're taking a small break for about 30 seconds, you can just do a leg swing and then continue with your daily routine. So this set is for your core strengthening, core balance and mobility. Our last few exercises I want to recommend is for your lower back, because a lot of people have lower back injuries. Now, it's all related to core strength, it's all related to mobility. Those are key factors, but you can also do a few exercises to strengthen your lower back, right? Not very strenuous ones. What I will be recommending is very simple ones that you can do. Just two. I will recommend only two that you can do from a stable position and you can incorporate in your daily routine. Now this will obviously require to have a mat and do it on the ground, but again it's only for 30 seconds in a day that I would say that you need to do this. So the first one, those of you who practice yoga will be very familiar with. It's the cat and cow pose. So your palms on the ground, knees on the ground. From here, you're going to round your spine and extend. Round, extend. Round, extend. Round, extend. Okay, this is great to stretch out your back, right? So that you don't have a stiff back and you're nice and fluid when you do other movements during the day, such as bending down, lifting things up, etc. The second one that I would like to recommend is called an alternate hand and leg raise. Now this is a stability exercise and it also works on your lower back. So this one again, you are on all fours. Now how this exercise works is you're going to raise opposite hand and leg. So I move my right hand forward, I will lift my left leg back. Similarly, I'll lift my left hand forward, right leg back, and balance on the other two. Okay, let me show you sideways. Again, on all fours, make sure you're stable, your back is straight. Now lift right hand forward, left leg back. Okay, don't lift it too high. You're more or less parallel to the ground, right? Hold for a couple of seconds, come down, then left hand, right leg, right? Now, if you're not able to balance in that position, that's fine. Start off at an even more basic level, where from this position, you're just going to lift your right hand forward and hold. Hold for about 5 to 10 seconds. Down, left hand forward, hold for 5 to 10 seconds. Down, only your left leg back, hold. Down, right leg back, hold, and down. Okay, once you're comfortable with that, then you can try both hand and leg and just hold. Now again, we can alternate this and do it for about 20 counts every day. It goes a long way in strengthening your lower back and making sure that it's nice and supple so that you do not get injuries. Now, these are very basic things, but these are some things that we feel that can be easily incorporated. One of the biggest hurdles to exercising, everybody knows exercising is good. It's good for your health. It's great to build better balance, have better movement. But the biggest stumbling block for exercise is forming a habit, right? Forming a habit, picking out a time to do an exercise is very difficult the way we structure our lives these days, right? It's a practical problem. It's nobody's fault. But we believe that these exercises which I just recommended are some things that you can do anytime, right? So I hope you incorporate it in your life. I hope you have fun doing these movements. Beyond that, if you have a stable core, if you have good mobility, trust me, you can do any sort of movement beyond that you enjoy, such as dancing, running, jumping. All of these stem from these few basic building blocks of having good posture, of breathing correctly, of having good core stability and good mobility, and a strong lower back. These are key fundamentals on which entire fitness routines can be built, right? The sky is the limit after that, but make sure that you incorporate these things. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you will practice these things. Let us know how you feel after doing this. Give us your feedback. Right. Hope you move well. Hope you enjoy this day. Happy Teachers Day again. Thank you.